This will save us thousands of dollars on our golf course. Thousands of dollars. I bet you implementing a system like this, I bet you we save $60,000 a year. $5,000 a month maybe. Okay, so we have a landline at the golf course. And the problem with the landline is that you call the landline and there's extensions to go to the pro shop or to the restaurant. Okay, and that's fine. But number one, it's actually difficult to go through the prompts. Not difficult, but nobody does it ever because it's too complicated for what to expect today. As you can imagine, to go through the prompts to get your landline voice messages is a pain in the ass, okay? So nobody ever does it. Nobody ever checks them. The response on the phone rarely gets changed. It's still someone that doesn't even work there anymore, okay? So what we're doing is we want to get one number with multiple extensions, but do like it's like a not a voice over IP, but it's a digital answering service, okay? Where and then right now what we have is we have a separate phone number to book simulators. Then we're gonna have a separate phone number to book tee times for the course in when golf is in season. It's too messy. I want one phone number with multiple extensions, but if nobody answers, wherever that voicemail is sent, it's also tied to someone's email, and they'll get an MP3 of the voice message.
Nice, yeah.
Okay? And then for example, golf simulators, what we're going to do is that voice message, it's more than likely not going to go to anybody. It will if somebody can answer it, they'll answer it, whatever. But what's happening is these guys are busy, and I don't want to overstaff just to answer phones, okay? And I don't want to handle a call service because we do get a lot of calls for people asking questions unrelated to simulators, okay? So what I wanted was a system where there is a phone number, but on the voicemail, to leave the message, the voicemail message says, "Hi, to book your simulator, please leave your name, number, email, and time you want booked. We'll book you in and then get back to you with availability in the event
nothing's available,
that it's available, or to confirm." Yeah. Okay, that's it. Because what's happening is these people, a couple things are happening. Number one, they're not leaving messages, okay, and they're not booking, okay, and then they'll try to call back, and they'll try to call back a lot, or they'll call that number. If they can't get through on that number, they'll call the restaurant, okay? And then if they can't get on that number, then they'll leave a message on Facebook, and then maybe we don't get to it for 4 hours or so. Like something is happening, right? Like it's too convoluted, right? We need to simplify and structure it, and also allow it to even with reservations. Hey, thank you for calling, the Coach House restaurant at Coachwood Golf and Country Club. If you'd like to leave a message to reserve a table tonight or for a specific date, feel free to leave a message. We'll call you back with availability or confirmation of your reservation. Simple, right? Instead of having Jesse or someone in the middle of showing fixing an issue with one of the simulators or the computer, or doing something else, or he's with a customer or whatever, and someone's calling him, and he's got to be like this. "Excuse me, sir, hold on a minute. I have to deal with this guy calling in." He's got to call in. Then he's got to take a note of when to book that guy in, and then it's not providing the guy on site the necessary service that he needs, and then it's a half-assed system. Yeah. And not only that, but the landline system that we have at the golf course is almost $200 a month. It's ridiculous. Why do we even have that? So we still need some sort of landline service, but honestly, what I'm almost thinking is, depending on how much the landline service is, I might just scrap it and go with two cell phones. And it just gets routed to whoever's on site. That's the cell phone. Done. Do you know what I'm saying? I know cell phones can get lost and everything, but that might not be the best bet. But commercial landlines are crazy expensive these days. It's just ridiculous.
I feel like that there always should be just like one person responsible for it, and the calls get directly to their cell phone. That's so easy. nowadays?
I disagree.
Going directly, like Curtis, for example, with it going directly to his cell phone, that doesn't work?
Specifically for different things. Like it can't, like all the calls can't just go to Jesse, for example.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm saying like, yeah, the calls related to the restaurant specifically, there's one person in the restaurant answering on their cell phone. Things related to golf bookings, it goes directly to like Curtis's cell phone.
Got it. Yeah. The restaurant and events can go to Jesse. Simulator bookings can go to Curtis. And then when we're booking in for golf specifically,
we have the call center.
We have a call center. And that's it.
Yeah.
Arguably, I'd like to see about getting almost rid of the call center and having and maybe applying this system where we get a voice message and we just book people in by that. You know what I mean? Leave your email, leave all that stuff, and we'll call you back with confirmation, or we'll email you back with a confirmation code, like something, right? Like there's gonna as we introduce this type of system, we're going to be able to offer something, and this. Throw this in, Connor. This will save us thousands of dollars on our golf course. Thousands of dollars. I bet you implementing a system like this to structure the phone system in a much more efficient way will save us, well, first of all, minimum hundreds of dollars a month, because we're already paying for a bullshit phone system with multiple extensions, which costs way extra, like a lot of extra money. And then number two, if we can strip out the Golf Now call center, right? And not need that anymore, we're going to save thousands of dollars a month on processing fees. Period. So I bet you we save $60,000 a year, $5,000 a month maybe. You know what I'm saying? I bet you it'll be a much more structured system where, you know, we're going to be able to do this. It's going to be very, very simple. And then what we can do too is, like, instead of on that actual system where it's there's a voice message or whatever, we can explain to them as well, like, hey, listen, like, you know, and for better rates, go online and book. Go on our website and book, coachwoodgolf.com. And then it's just done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then not only that, when people leave the golf course, we're not married to their specific phone number, right? For example, we just had somebody leave that was handling events, right? Instead of promoting their phone number, it's an internal phone number that can get routed wherever we want. You can't just route. It's too difficult. In some cases, you know, I asked this particular provider, can we route that phone number to different phone numbers? And you can't do it. They don't allow you to do it. So this methodology allows us to route that phone number wherever we want, right? So it's just a much more cleaner option.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways.